We're Innovative Robotics. This is me and the team. I'm Josh. We got Aaron, Steven, Tim, and Mika. This is our robot, and we're going to tell you a little about it.
Okay, so we decided to build a scorpion robot. There's a picture of it when it's done. But basically, overall, it wasn't too hard to put it together. The hardest parts were some of the modifications that we had to make to it because it didn't work exactly like we planned. We followed the specs down to the T and basically found out there was a few things that didn't work that well, such as the tail. We had to change that up a bit because we were having some issues. The wires, we had to change those as well. We had to add a trailer for the light sensor, as well as stinger and some traction control, and we'll tell you more about those when we talk about the sensors.
First problem we came up against was the wiring. About halfway into the project, I noticed that the wiring was all over the place, and I do have a little bit of experience routing wires, making them neat and clean. So I came in with some zip ties, and everything is out of the way so all the moving parts can work properly and tucked away neatly. And that was a pretty easy solution. Yeah.
Pictures of the wires, they're all nice and in place and zip tied. Okay, Tim?
The touch sensor, we had a problem with it getting stuck. It wouldn't extend because the wire would get in the way, but we zip tied that. Yeah, it was getting caught on that, and we just added more cushion to the end so it kind of falls back a little bit easier. And we put a stinger on the end. We can take that off and put like a needle on it, and it'll pop whatever it wants to.
Pictures of it. What is up close? Sounds mine. So we were doing the sound sensor. We had some issues with the sensitivity of it. It's kind of hard picking decibel levels. Like, you know, you see them on the computer, but you don't really know what they are, except for like, you know, the really, really low one or the really high one. So it's kind of hard getting it to work. So basically, what we decided to make our the sound do is instead of making a sound, we basically make it start the program. So either kind of a loud clap, or you can even like flick it because that kind of makes a noise. But basically, the sound sensor is the thing that starts our whole program. More pictures of it.
The ultrasonic sensor, is pretty much the only sensor we didn't have an issue with. It pretty much worked right when we started using it, and really haven't messed with it that much.
So for the light sensor, we had problems at first because we originally had it on the front, so when it would move it would like bounce around a lot, so it would continually run the program. So we decided to make the trailer so it wouldn't bounce around as much. Also, I was having problems programming it so it detect the right amount of light before doing the actual program, and I kept on forgetting what port it needed to go in, so.
Yeah, that was a big problem. Light sensor. So yeah, like I say, getting them to work together. We started getting all the work at the same time. Sometimes one of them would kind of take over the other. If it got kind of stuck and it saw something, and like let's say our box, obviously the box wasn't going to move like if we pop a balloon, so it kind of just stood there and attacked the box over and over until you moved it, and then it would continue on with the program. So we had issues with that. We did have issues. We kind of forgot which ports to what, so after that we decided to write it down because it made everything easier, because we couldn't figure out why the light sensor didn't work, and it's because we were programming for like, you know, the touch sensor, and we're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. So yeah, basically all we really had to do to solve and get everything to work was just kind of simplify the programs. Instead of making it do too many things at once, we kind of just focused one thing at a time, made it simple, and then kind of built from there. So yeah, overall, that's our robot. It works pretty well. It's pretty fun. Does anybody have any questions or anything? Any questions? No questions?
Okay, yep, thank you. And let's see what your robot can do.
Oh, I got this sensor. Oh, so
Put it down. And just kind of stick it in the middle, hopefully, and it'll work.
So before we run the program, let's just quickly run over what each sensor does.
Okay, just a moment.
just so everybody's clear, we'll just tell you what each sensor is supposed to do. The sonar sensor on the front there is supposed to make the robot throw its stinger. The sound sensor is supposed to start the program. The light sensor gets it to turn right. And then the touch sensor obviously recoils the tail, and that's it. So we should be able to, is it ready? You want to get it started? Yeah. Is it ready? Oh! Excellent. So that works. It's going to run off the paper.
Turn right.
It makes it turn.
Turn right.
Except the floor is going to be interpreted as a black line.
Oh, 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 oh.
And it walks.
Great.
So it's not a rolling robot. It's going to turn again. That's alright. It looks like it's going the right direction. One of the legs isn't looking right. So maybe I have a little too many colors on the paper, but it does what it's supposed to. You guys get the idea? Oh! I don't know if I would get too close to that. Yeah. Don't put your hand in front of it. I would just let it do its thing. Now we don't expect it to get all these balloons. We really don't. So
want to make a loud noise.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Very good.
Yeah, turn around. One more time.
One more time, he says. I just want to get it on video one more time.
Want another balloon pop?
Oh, he's fine. Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Yep.